Are you feeling overwhelmed about where to start with a plant-based diet? I remember when I first was transitioning, it seemed like it was a big task, and it's a huge change. But the truth is, you can make it simple and incredibly rewarding. Hey everyone, welcome to day 16 of our Proven Cancer Strategies Revealed 90 Days to Cancer Resilience series. I'm Debbie Sadie-Fi, and today we are diving in to one of my favorite topics, the basic of plant-based meal planning. Woohoo! So far, we've been talking about making small little changes, and that's all good. But I'm going to switch it up today because I've been thinking about this for a long time. To be able to heal your body from the damages of our standard American diet or the SAD diet or Western diet, whatever you want to call it, it's the diet that's 60% processed foods, about 30% animal products, and about 10% others, including our vegetables and fruits and plant-based foods. But in order to heal your body from the damage of that diet, you need to really nutrify your body. And so if you think of your body like a bank account, those processed foods that we have been eating are making constant withdrawals from that bank account and depleting our nutrient reserves. And now is the time to make some serious deposits by feeding our bodies nutrient-rich foods to rebuild and restore our health or that bank account for our body. And it's not forever, but it's essential that you give your body the chance to heal. Even if you're focused on prevention, unless you're already eating a pristine diet, and I don't think too many people are, but if you are, kudos to you. Some healing is really crucial. Now, remember, cancer starts to develop a long time before we even know that it exists in our body. So just because you're doing prevention doesn't mean that there might not be something bubbling up, and we want to nip that in the bud by doing our prevention and nutrifying our body to get that bank account of our body up to a high level. And when it comes to meal planning, my philosophy is simplicity. Simplicity is a key, and successful plant-based meal plan follows a routine that makes your life easier and healthier. One of the things I hear is that I don't have the time. Well, you need to make the time and make some of the changes. And yes, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but there are some huge rewards when you get that bank account up high. And so today we are focusing on a meal plan that basically repeats the same structure every day to keep things manageable. And I'll say I am not the best at sitting down and putting together a big plan on paper. And this meal plan was basically a godsend for me to actually be able to memorize it very quickly, get used to it, and move on. And I can easily do my planning. So what are we doing? So this is a repetitive meal plan every day. You can change it up with variety of your foods. We want you to have a variety, but we're going to start with breakfast. And yes, I am not a big breakfast eater, but I have been learning to eat some breakfast. so that I have some sustained satiety throughout the day. I start my morning with oatmeal and fruit. You can do overnight oats, you can do a chia pudding, a green smoothie, or a combination of all of those if you would like, just to make sure that you're getting your nutrients in. And then your lunch and your dinner basically follow the same structure. We're going to look at having some kind of a soup. We have a big salad with roasted vegetables, a whole grain, beans, and lentils. And now, if you're having the soup, maybe you're having a lentil soup or some soup that has beans in it already. Then you don't need to have the salad with the lentils or the beans. We have a baked potato, and then we put a luscious sauce all to top it off. And we can get a variety in that. And if I can say, if you have that breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then you should be feeling satisfied and not hungry at all during the day, because those meals should keep you full for a good 3 to 4 hours at a time. And if you need a snack, uh, look at fresh fruits, nuts, and seeds. You can have vegetables as well. And the other one is, if you didn't have a green smoothie for breakfast, have one as your snack. So I want to show you a little bit about how that looks when we go here. We'll start with this. When you're looking at your salad or your meal, so let's say that your plate is around a 9-inch plate, and I like a bowl. People have seen my bowls, actually. If I show you this page, there's my bowls here. I usually have a bowl that has about a 2 to 3 inch lip on it, so that I can keep everything in nicely. So half of your plate should be your leafy greens and your salad. So I start with a spring mix. Typically, I will add in other vegetables to go on it, to top and toppings like onions and red peppers or some kind of cabbage, all of that kind of stuff. And then you have your baked potato takes up part of your plate, and the rest of your plate is where you can put your baked veggies, your grain, and your beans as you go for the day. And then you also have your soup. And like I said, that should keep you pretty satisfied throughout the day. And the beauty of it is that in terms of the volume that you eat, make sure you eat enough and that you're satisfied when you leave the table, because that way you are not snacking. And one of the questions that I get asked is, wow, this is so much food. Do I have to eat all my meals? And the answer for me is, through trial and error, is yes, you should eat your meals. And the reason for that is maybe you have a bigger lunch and then you have a smaller dinner. But the thing is if you're not eating the meals, that is when you start having your cravings and you start wanting to have other things. And I know for me, when I start looking around for something else, it's not a good sign, and it usually doesn't end very well either. So make sure that you're eating your meals. All right. And so then the next thing is, now we have our meals and we've got our meal plan, which is so super easy. As I said, we've got our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and our snacks. The next thing is about meal prepping. Meal prepping will be your best friend when it comes to sticking to your plan, because if you set aside the time to prepare your meals, you're going to eliminate the stress of daily cooking, and you're going to always ensure that you have healthy options at the ready. Because what happens, I know it happens to me, if I've been working all day and I come to my kitchen to eat and I don't have a plan and I don't have things ready, then I start thinking, oh, I don't want to spend half an hour getting prep done. Oh, I don't want to eat in an hour. I want to eat now. But if everything is done, you just need to pull everything out and warm up your hot foods in the oven or on the stove, and then put everything together and you're done. So easy. And when you know what you're going to be eating, it's a lot easier on the decision about what am I going to eat. You don't have one. You already know what you're going to eat. So here's some of the tips for meal prep and meal planning. Decide on your meals for the week, make a shopping list, plan ahead. Now, for me, if you follow this plan, really it's about deciding what vegetables and fruits you're going and grains and beans you're going to have for the week. Then, once you get your shopping done, it's about doing some batch cooking. So prepare large quantities of your beans, your grains, your roasted veggies, and your potatoes. Every day, every week on Sunday, I take up half the oven just roasting potatoes and other veggies. Actually, I take up the whole oven with all of that. And it will last me, at least make it last for half the week. And I know for me, sometimes it lasts longer than that. So I really only am doing meal prep, a big meal prep on Sundays and a partial meal prep on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, depending when things start to run out. Now, store everything properly. Use glass containers instead of plastic for storing things. If you don't have already containers that are glass, you can get mason jars, which are also called canning jars. They are so economical and of such a versatile option. You can buy them in a bunch of different sizes in the stores, and then you can use it for storing your dressings. You can chop your veggies up. You can even take your chopped veggies and put them into a mason jar for the day, and just dump that, all the different veggies you want to have on your salad, and just dump that out into your bowl, and it's ready to go. You don't even have to take out more than one container, and you've got everything ready. You can also use it for your soups and much more. And this time of year, I think the canning season is starting to get ready, with it being the end of July. I know canning season is coming up in the fall, so it's a great time to pick up some canning jars. They usually come in a about 12 in a case. So and it's very economical. Probably the cost of buying two containers, you can get 12 in a case of canning jars, complete with the lids. And so I use the pint or 500 milliliter jar, as well as the quart or 1 liter jar sizes the most. But I also use the one that's 3 cups or 750 mils for my salad dressings. Prep your snacks and your vegetables. So wash and cut your fruits and veggies for one, easy snacking, and also part of your meal prep. As you make your salad, you want to add other veggies to it. You don't want to just have lettuce. You want to have a good amount of lettuce or leafy greens, but you also want to have other veggies. You can put shredded carrots, shredded cabbage. You can chop up peppers, lots of different things. So make sure you have those at the ready, so that you just have to sprinkle them on your salad and you're ready to go. Make your dressings ahead of time. I will prepare 3 to 4 different dressings on Sundays, and then I have a variety of them to use throughout the week. They'll last for at least a week, and sometimes they'll spill over into the next week, maybe a little bit left. And the other thing is, I use as much dressing as I want. I don't hold back. I eat as much as I want when I'm eating. Some time tips are to buy a pre-washed lettuce mix or some pre-cut veggies at the store to save time if that's something that you're concerned about. I know I buy a spring mix, or you can buy like an arugula and spinach mix, various things. And then you just need to take a handful and put it into your bowl. The other thing is make sure you have a good chef's knife for cutting your vegetables. So that would be about a 9-inch blade. You do not need a ton of different knives. You do not need a veggie chopping knife. You just need a chef's knife that's sharp, and a good quality one, and a good quality paring knife for fine work like peeling and removing blemishes, and you are set to go. All right, so for today's action or simple step or change, I want you to think about setting aside some time this weekend to do some meal prep, plan your meals, do your shopping list, and get ready to do some batch cooking. You will be amazed at how much easier your week will be when your meals are prepped and ready, and it makes your decisions about what to eat so much easier. There are no decisions. You already know what you're going to eat. All right. Hey, any questions on today's fun topic of meal planning? Hey, Kathy.
Hi. So if people want to mix it up,
Yes.
like really go wild and crazy, what was the thing that you used to when you first tried to mix it up? Because I know you must have.
For mixing it up, um, well,
Was it a new dressing or a new veggie or fruit?
yeah, so I try different veggies. I tried like different potatoes. My latest one are some purple sweet potatoes that I found at Whole Foods that I really wanted to try. I also found Japanese sweet potatoes that I had never tried before. So I tried them and I love them. So I'll mix up with different kinds of potatoes that I'm using, different veggies that I'll try something new. I also found daikon radishes at the store. That was something new. So I cut that up and I add that a little bit. And then different sauces. Try to vary the sauces that you're using as well. And,
Okay.
then as you go and you're feeling that you're really at a place where you're on solid ground with that bank account that we were talking about earlier, that your health bank account. And when you feel that it's up there, and it will take a few months for sure to get there, then you can start adding other things into what you're doing for sure. I hope that helps.
It does. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So it is important to vary up what you're eating for sure, but keep it simple. And then you can add a family, like a if you've got a favorite type of meal, you can look for a whole food plant-based version of it. And if you're really stuck on that, you can always ask me. I'd love to help for sure, so that you make sure that you're sticking to those foods that are going to nutrify your body and get that bank account up here where we
Thank
want
you.
it. All right. I love this topic. So, all right. Well, I hope that you will do our simple action step for this day and spend some time this weekend to do some meal planning and join us on this journey to better health, better health. And to get more tips on meal planning, watch some of the videos on YouTube. I have a couple videos that you can check out in the comments about how to make a couple of different bowls and doing the meal prep. And don't forget to subscribe or follow us, and share your favorite meal prep tips and recipes in the comments. And I want to thank you for joining us today. Remember, going all in with a plant based diet or lifestyle can be a real transformative step towards better health and cancer resilience. We will see you tomorrow for day 17, where we are going to dive in some to the quick and easy breakfast ideas. So see you then.